It was Christmas Eve in the bright and happy year of 2015, and in a magical place called Cloud Cuckoo Land, Princess Unikitty was waiting for an old friend of hers to arrive and visit her in her house. She was waiting outside her home when she saw her friend, the old wizard Gandalf the Grey, who was happily singing to himself on his horse. "In the middle of the earth, in the land of Shire, lives a brave little hobbit whom we all admire." "You're late," she told him as he approached her home. "A wizard is never late, Princess Unikitty, nor is he early." He was stern. "He arrives precisely when he means to." There was a long pause before they laughed. "Ha ha! It's good to see you again, old friend. I came all the way from Middle-earth to see you." "Well, it's great to see you again, Gandalf. I even made a Yule log for us to have over some tea." "Wonderful!" They soon made it into Unikitty's home, where they were greeted by a horrible sight. "There are ants everywhere!" she cried, but Gandalf knew the answer. "Ant-Man, show yourself!" Almost out of nowhere, a man in a metal helmet appeared, wearing a red and black outfit as well. "What are you doing here?" "I'm only just passing through," he insisted. "I assure you that my ants and I weren't trying to steal that Yule log on the table over there." He pointed at the table. "Really?" The wizard was sarcastic. "I may have travelled all the way across Middle-earth, but I am not an idiot." Most unexpectedly, the log itself faded into non-existence. "Where did it go?" Unikitty asked, a sad look appearing on her face. "I didn't touch it," Ant-Man begged. "I'm over here. It was over there." "Obviously," Gandalf told them. "But have you noticed the man at the window?" Indeed, there was a man at the window, to which he swiftly strolled away. They quickly ran out the house after him, to which they saw that he had entered a mysterious door in the middle of nowhere. "Should we follow him?" Ant-Man asked. "Maybe he knows what has happened to the Yule log." "Or he has taken it," Unikitty snapped. "I think we should step through the door no matter where it takes us." And that was what they did. They all walked through the door, only to find themselves soon appear in the middle of a rugby pitch. "Get off the pitch!" an old rugby player yelled at the trio. "We're in the middle of a game. I need to ask you something," Gandalf gently told them, but a middle-aged rugby player came to the other player's side. "And what would that be?" "Have you seen a man in a suit pass by here?" "Indeed we have," he pointed. "He went that way." "Thank you." The group continued a long walk up a long road, to which Ant-Man had an idea when he saw a car coming. He stuck his hand out on the side of the road, and a red patrol car stopped right in front of them. Out stepped a man in a red and black uniform with a matching hat, and he clearly knew how to do his job well. "Greetings, you three." He was unsure what to say when he saw the wizard, the unicorn-cat hybrid, and the ant-themed superhero. "Might I ask why you stopped me? I am assuming you need some help." "Definitely," Unikitty told him. "Have you seen a man in a suit come by this area?" "Was he carrying a briefcase with him?" Yes, he was. I saw him enter the Aperture Science Enrichment Centre half a mile up the road." Out of nowhere, a voice began to boom. "Well, it would appear I have to go." The man hastily made his way back into his car and drove off, leaving the trio to continue their journey. They soon made it to the enrichment centre, where they saw a turret was blocking the entrance to the building itself. "It would appear that thing is going to try and stop us from getting in," Gandalf spoke, which gave Ant-Man another idea. "All we need is a rocket-propelled grenade launcher, and we'll be in there lickety-split." "Two things," Unikitty told him. "We don't have a rocket-propelled grenade launcher, plus we're not allowed to do anything violent for these Christmas specials anymore, plus technically we shouldn't even have a turret here anyway." "Oh yeah," he sighed, but he had another idea. "Watch this!" He swiftly shrank down in size and snuck up to the turret undetected. Once he snuck up behind it, he grew back to his normal height and simply pushed it over, making it speak, "I don't blame you, sleep mode activated," which made him yell, "We're in!" Upon entering the first room, a computerized voice spoke to them. "I did not expect to have guests at all. Before you move on to the next area, please pick up the nearby portal device and create a portal by firing it at the wall." Ant-Man did the honours of this routine, doing exactly as instructed. "Now fire another portal next to the one you have already made. After this, simply walk through it as a test to see if the device is functioning properly." Ant-Man walked through to see if the portals were functioning. Luckily, they were. "That test is complete. Move on to the next area." In the next area, they found a large red button on the floor. "When that button is pressed, the nearby door shall open. However, you will need a weighted companion cube to make sure we get one? Gandalf asked before the voice told him.
Just look up.
They saw that the companion cube was at an impossibly high location to reach. That's impossible to reach, Unikitty cried, but Ant-Man reminded her, not if we have this portal device. He fired a portal at the nearby wall before firing another at the ceiling. Once again he stepped through the portal and landed onto the platform. He shrank down to his small ant size and jumped down carrying the cube with him. Now where do I put it? He asked. Move to the left, Unikitty told him, so he did so. Take it back now, Jarl. So he did so, changing back to his normal height. He placed the cube on the button, and the nearby door opened. They made their way through the door, only to be greeted by an odd sight. A large machine of sentience was hanging from the ceiling, and its one yellow eye stared at them.
So you are the guests that had made their way into my enrichment center.
Indeed we are! Gandalf steps forward. My name is Gandalf the Grey. This is Princess Unikitty, and this is Ant-Man. And you are?
GLaDOS,
she told them.
Why have you come here?
We were following a man in a suit who we think may know a thing or two about a Yule log of ours. Have you seen a person of that description? I am right here, Grandmaster Wizard. The man in the suit suddenly appeared. The reason I stole that Yule log was to make sure that GLaDOS here did not feel lonely this Christmas, as I believed she needed some company.
You did this for me?
Indeed I did. Even villains should not be alone at this time of the year. He magically summoned a table with the Yule log on it. How about we share this out with each other? I know that you are fond of cake, GLaDOS, even though you are a computer, which cannot eat.
But thank you nonetheless. I do need some company since